Fine dust kills more than 3-5 million people every year. Other sources put the figure at around 4-5 million. What exactly is fine dust, and what makes it so dangerous for all of us? Welcome to Erklärwürdig, worth explaining. Fine dust consists of tiny particles. A distinction is made between PM10 and PM2.5. PM stands for particulate matter. PM10 refers to particles with a size of 10 micrometers or smaller. PM2.5 refers to particles with a size of 2.5 micrometers or smaller. For comparison, human hair has a diameter of approximately 50 to 120 micrometers. Fine dust is mainly caused by traffic, industrial gases, construction sites, and heatings. Tire and brake wear also cause fine dust. The burning of fossil fuels in households, some of which still heat with wood or coal, also contributes to higher levels of fine dust pollution. What makes this so dangerous? Most PM10 particles can be captured in the upper respiratory tract, such as the nose and throat. However, with longer and more intense exposure, they can also reach the lungs. PM2.5 particles, on the other hand, are so small that they can penetrate deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream. There, they can trigger inflammatory reactions and increase the risk of respiratory diseases such as asthma, COPD, and lung cancer. Fine dust can also cause cardiovascular diseases and increase the risk of strokes and heart attacks. Cities in Asia and West Asia are particularly affected by air pollution and fine dust. They top the list of capital cities with the highest PM2.5 fine dust pollution. The Indian capital Delhi tops the list of 2023. The annual PM2.5 pollution there was 93 micrograms per cubic meter of air. For comparison, the WHO recommends a value of 5 micrograms for the average annual exposure. However, this is only a recommendation, and each country can decide on its own limit values. In the European Union, for example, the current value is 25 micrograms, 5 times higher than the WHO recommendation. The limit will be lowered to 10 micrograms per cubic meter of air from 2030, which is at least an approximation. In the video description, you will find a link to the World Air Quality Index project. There you can see real-time data on air quality from around the world. Fine dust not only affects healthy adults, but also children and older people who already have pre-existing conditions. Exposure can lead to lung development disorders and promote asthma. People with pre-existing conditions are particularly at risk in urban areas with poor air quality. Evaluations by health insurance companies and studies have already shown that the proportion of young children who receive medication for asthma or other respiratory diseases is lower if they grow up in an environment with comparatively better air quality. What solutions are there to combat air pollution, and how can we protect ourselves? Of course, it helps if there are fewer combustion engine cars on the road in cities. The expansion and optimization of public transport and the infrastructure of cycle paths must be further promoted. The future increase in electric mobility will also reduce fine dust emissions. Urban green spaces should be expanded as trees and plants absorb fine dust and help to clean the air. People who live in cities with currently high levels of particulate matter and generally poor air quality can protect themselves with FFP masks. Apartments or houses would have to be equipped with appropriate ventilation filters, but not everyone will be able to afford this financially. Every person, and especially every child, has a natural right to breathe healthy air. So change begins first and foremost with ourselves. Anyone who lives in the countryside, by the sea, or in cities with healthy air is lucky. But improving air quality in major cities requires both political and personal responsibility to achieve. Subscribe to our channel for more knowledge-based content, and feel free to leave a like.